how your mind alters the universe. The idea that your mind can alter the universe is a concept that intertwines elements of psychology, philosophy, and quantum physics. This notion can be explored from various perspectives, including the influence of perception and belief, the placebo effect, the observer effect in quantum mechanics, and the broader implications of consciousness on reality. Perception and reality. The relationship between perception and reality is a complex and multifaceted topic that spans psychology, philosophy, and cognitive science. Our perception shapes how we experience and interpret the world, influencing our reality in profound ways. 1. Perception as a construct. Perception is not a passive reception of sensory information, but an active construction process. The brain interprets sensory input based on prior knowledge, experiences, and expectations. This means that what we perceive is not a direct reflection of the external world, but a subjective representation of it. Examples: visual illusions. Optical illusions, like the Muller-Lyer illusion, where lines of equal length appear different due to the context provided by surrounding arrows, highlight how our perception can be misled by context. Context effects. The same sound or color can be perceived differently depending on the surrounding stimuli. For example, a gray square looks darker on a white background than on a black one. 2. The role of beliefs and expectations. Our beliefs and expectations significantly influence our perceptions. This is evident in phenomena like the placebo effect, where believing that a treatment will work can lead to real physiological changes and improvements in health, even if the treatment is inert. Examples: placebo effect. Patients given a sugar pill but told it is a powerful drug may experience real symptom relief. Self-fulfilling prophecies. Expectations about a person's behavior can lead to actions that cause the expected behavior to occur, reinforcing the original perception. 3. Cognitive schemas. Cognitive schemas are mental frameworks that help us organize and interpret information. They influence what we pay attention to, how we interpret events, and what we remember. These schemas are shaped by cultural, social, and personal experiences and can lead to biases in perception. Examples: stereotyping. Preconceived notions about a group of people can affect how we perceive individuals from that group, often leading to biased judgments and behaviors. Memory reconstruction. Our memories are not exact recordings but are reconstructed each time we recall them, often influenced by our current beliefs and knowledge. 4. The brain's predictive nature. Recent theories in neuroscience, such as the predictive coding model, suggest that the brain is constantly generating predictions about incoming sensory information and updating these predictions based on the actual sensory input. This means that perception is a continuous process of hypothesis testing, where the brain tries to minimize the difference between its predictions and the actual sensory data. Examples: predictive coding. When walking through a familiar environment in the dark, we rely on our brain's predictions to navigate, filling in gaps in the sensory information we can actually perceive. Expectation effects. A wine labeled as expensive is often perceived as tasting better than the same wine labeled as cheap, due to our brain's expectations shaping our sensory experience. 5. Altered states of perception. Altered states of consciousness, such as those induced by meditation, drugs, or sensory deprivation, can significantly change our perception of reality. These states can lead to experiences that challenge our normal understanding of reality, suggesting that our everyday perceptions are just one of many possible ways to experience the world. Examples: psychedelic experiences. Users of psychedelics like LSD or psilocybin often report profound changes in perception, such as seeing vibrant colors or feeling a sense of unity with the universe. Meditative states. Deep meditation can lead to altered perceptions of time, space, and self, often described as feelings of transcendence or oneness. Conclusion. Perception is a dynamic and complex process that shapes our experience of reality. It is influenced by cognitive processes, beliefs, expectations, and cultural contexts. Understanding that our perceptions are subjective constructs helps us appreciate the variability and richness of human experience, and it underscores the importance of critical thinking and openness to multiple perspectives in interpreting the world around us. The placebo effect. The placebo effect is a fascinating phenomenon where a patient experiences a real improvement in their condition after receiving a treatment that has no therapeutic effect. This improvement is driven by the patient's belief in the efficacy of the treatment. The placebo effect highlights the powerful connection between mind and body, illustrating how psychological factors can influence physical health. 1. Understanding the placebo effect. A placebo is an inert substance or treatment, such as a sugar pill, saline injection, or sham procedure, that has no therapeutic properties. The placebo effect occurs when patients report improvements in their symptoms after receiving a placebo, believing they are receiving an active treatment. Examples: pain relief. Patients given a placebo analgesic, painkiller, often report a significant reduction in pain, similar to those given an actual analgesic. Depression. Placebo treatments can lead to noticeable improvements in mood and depressive symptoms, comparable to those seen with antidepressant medications. 2 mechanisms behind the placebo effect. Several mechanisms contribute to the placebo effect, involving both psychological and physiological processes. Psychological mechanisms. Expectancy, belief, and expectation play crucial roles. When patients expect to feel better, their brains can release chemicals that mimic the effects of actual treatments. Conditioning. Previous experiences with effective treatments can condition patients to associate the act of taking medication with relief, triggering a similar response when taking a placebo. Physiological mechanisms. Endorphin release. The brain can release endorphins, natural painkillers, in response to the belief that one is receiving pain relief. Brain activity. Placebo treatments can activate specific brain regions involved in pain and emotion regulation, such as the prefrontal cortex and the anterior cingulate cortex. 3. Factors influencing the placebo effect. The strength and occurrence of the placebo effect can be influenced by various factors. Characteristics of the treatment. Appearance and presentation. A larger pill, an injection, or a branded medication is often perceived as more effective than a smaller pill, an oral medication, or a generic drug. Cost. More expensive placebos tend to have a stronger effect, likely because cost is associated with higher quality. Patient characteristics. Personality traits. Optimistic and suggestible individuals are more likely to experience the placebo effect. Cultural and social factors. Cultural beliefs and social context can impact how patients perceive and respond to treatments. Provider characteristics. Provider-patient interaction. A positive and empathetic interaction with healthcare providers can enhance the placebo effect. Patients who feel cared for and understood are more likely to believe in the efficacy of the treatment. 4. Ethical and clinical implications. The placebo effect raises important ethical and clinical questions, particularly regarding the use of placebos in medical practice and research. In clinical practice, ethical concerns. Deliberately giving a placebo instead of an effective treatment can be considered deceptive and unethical, particularly if it involves withholding necessary care. Enhancing treatments. Understanding the placebo effect can help healthcare providers enhance the efficacy of real treatments by leveraging the psychological and contextual factors that contribute to it. In research, controlled trials. Placebos are essential in clinical trials to establish the efficacy of new treatments by comparing them to an inert substance. Blinding. To prevent bias, neither the participants nor the researchers know who receives the placebo and who receives the active treatment, double-blind studies. 5. The nocebo effect. The nocebo effect is the counterpart to the placebo effect, where negative expectations lead to worse health outcomes. Patients who believe a treatment will cause harm may experience adverse effects even from inert substances. Examples. Side effects. Participants in clinical trials may report side effects from placebos if they believe they are taking the active drug with known side effects. Symptom worsening. Patients told that a procedure might be painful may experience more pain than those who are not given such information. Conclusion. The placebo effect underscores the profound impact of the mind on physical health. By harnessing the power of belief and expectation, the placebo effect can bring about real and measurable improvements in health outcomes. This phenomenon challenges our understanding of medical treatment and highlights the importance of considering psychological factors in healthcare. Understanding and ethically utilizing the placebo effect can lead to more holistic and effective patient care. The observer effect in quantum mechanics. The observer effect in quantum mechanics refers to the changes that occur in a quantum system due to the act of observation or measurement. This concept is central to the interpretation of quantum mechanics and has profound implications for our understanding of reality and the role of consciousness in the universe. 1. Basics of quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is the branch of physics that deals with the behavior of particles at the smallest scales, such as electrons and photons. Unlike classical mechanics, which describes deterministic systems, quantum mechanics is inherently probabilistic. Key principles include superposition. Particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously until measured. Wave-particle duality. Particles exhibit both wave-like and particle-like properties. Entanglement. Particles can become linked, such that the state of one instantaneously affects the state of another, regardless of distance. 2. The observer effect. The observer effect in quantum mechanics suggests that the mere act of observing or measuring a quantum system affects its state. This phenomenon is best illustrated by several key experiments and theoretical constructs. Double-slit experiment. When particles, like electrons or photons, are fired through a double-slit apparatus without being observed, they create an interference pattern on a screen, indicative of wave-like behavior. However, when detectors are placed to observe which slit the particles pass through, the interference pattern disappears, and the particles behave like particles, not waves. This implies that the act of measurement collapses the particle's wave function, forcing it into a definite state. Wave function collapse. According to the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics, a particle exists in a superposition of all possible states until it is measured. The wave function collapse is the process by which a particle's probable states reduce to a single state upon observation. 3. Interpretations of the observer effect. There are various interpretations of the observer effect, each attempting to explain the nature of observation and reality in quantum mechanics. Copenhagen interpretation. Proposed by Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg, it suggests that the wave function collapse is a fundamental aspect of quantum mechanics, and physical systems do not have definite properties until measured. Many worlds interpretation. Proposed by Hugh Everett III, it posits that all possible outcomes of quantum measurements actually occur, each in a separate, parallel universe. In this view, the observer effect does not collapse the wave function but rather reveals which branch of the multiverse the observer is in. Objective collapse theories. These suggest that wave function collapse occurs independently of observation due to some physical process or mechanism. Examples include the GRW, Gherardi-Rimini-Weber, theory. Quantum decoherence. This theory suggests that interaction with the environment causes quantum systems to lose their coherent superposition states and appear classical, without requiring a conscious observer. Decoherence explains why macroscopic objects do not exhibit quantum behavior. 4. Role of consciousness. The role of consciousness in the observer effect is a topic of considerable debate.
Von Neumann-Wigner Interpretation.
Suggested by John von Neumann and Eugene Wigner, this interpretation posits that consciousness itself causes the collapse of the wave function, implying a deep connection between mind and matter. Critiques and alternatives. Many physicists argue that conscious observation is not necessary for wave function collapse, and that it is the interaction with any measuring device or environment that causes the collapse. 5. Implications and controversies. The observer effect has far-reaching implications. Nature of reality. It challenges classical notions of an objective, observer-independent reality and suggests that the observer plays a crucial role in defining physical phenomena. Technological impact. Understanding and harnessing quantum mechanics, including the observer effect, is crucial for developing quantum technologies like quantum computing and quantum cryptography. Philosophical and metaphysical questions. The observer effect raises questions about the nature of consciousness, free will, and the fundamental structure of reality. It invites interdisciplinary exploration involving physics, philosophy, and cognitive science. Conclusion. The observer effect in quantum mechanics highlights the intricate relationship between observation and the physical state of quantum systems. While interpretations vary, this phenomenon underscores the non-classical, probabilistic nature of quantum mechanics and challenges our understanding of reality and the role of the observer. As research progresses, it continues to inspire debate and exploration into the foundations of physics and the nature of consciousness. Consciousness and reality. The relationship between consciousness and reality is a profound and multifaceted topic that spans philosophy, psychology, neuroscience, and physics. While the exact nature of this relationship remains a subject of debate, exploring their interplay provides insights into the nature of existence and subjective experience. 1. Consciousness defined. Consciousness refers to the state of being aware of one's thoughts, sensations, surroundings, and existence. It encompasses various levels, from basic awareness to higher-order cognition, self-reflection, and subjective experience. Understanding consciousness is challenging due to its subjective and elusive nature. 2. Consciousness and perception. Perception shapes our reality by interpreting sensory input and constructing a mental representation of the world. Consciousness plays a crucial role in this process, influencing what we attend to, how we interpret stimuli, and the meaning we assign to our experiences. Perception is not a direct reflection of the external world, but a subjective construction influenced by cognitive processes, beliefs, and expectations. Examples: perceptual filters. Our brains filter and interpret sensory information, prioritizing certain stimuli based on relevance and salience. Selective attention. Consciousness directs attention to specific aspects of our environment, filtering out irrelevant information and shaping our subjective reality. 3. Quantum consciousness. In some philosophical and metaphysical theories, consciousness is proposed to play a fundamental role in shaping reality, particularly in the realm of quantum mechanics. Proponents of quantum consciousness suggest that consciousness may be intimately connected to the fundamental fabric of the universe, influencing the behavior of quantum systems and the nature of reality itself. Examples: observer effect. The act of observation in quantum mechanics influences the behavior of particles, suggesting a connection between consciousness and the collapse of the wave function. Panpsychism. This philosophical view posits that consciousness is a fundamental aspect of reality, present in all forms of matter, from particles to complex organisms. 4. Consciousness and reality perception. Our perception of reality is shaped by our conscious experiences, beliefs, and cultural influences. Consciousness acts as a filter through which we interpret and make sense of the world, influencing our subjective reality perception. This subjective reality can differ significantly from person to person, highlighting the subjective nature of consciousness and reality. Examples: cultural constructs. Cultural beliefs and societal norms shape our perceptions of reality, influencing our understanding of concepts like time, space, and morality. Psychological biases. Cognitive biases and heuristics can distort our perception of reality, leading to errors in judgment and decision-making. 5. Mystical and altered states of consciousness. Mystical experiences, meditation, psychedelic substances, and other altered states of consciousness offer unique insights into the nature of reality and consciousness. These states often involve profound shifts in perception, ego dissolution, and feelings of interconnectedness with the universe. Examples: meditative states. Deep meditation can lead to altered perceptions of time, space, and self, fostering a sense of unity and transcendence. Psychedelic experiences. Substances like LSD and psilocybin can induce profound alterations in consciousness, leading to mystical experiences and shifts in perception. 6. Theories of reality. Various theories attempt to explain the relationship between consciousness and reality. Idealism. This philosophical view posits that reality is fundamentally mental or immaterial, existing within the realm of consciousness. Materialism. Materialist theories argue that consciousness emerges from physical processes in the brain, with reality existing independently of consciousness. Dualism. Dualist perspectives propose that consciousness and physical reality are distinct but interact with each other, forming a unified whole. 7. Interdisciplinary perspectives. Understanding the relationship between consciousness and reality requires an interdisciplinary approach, integrating insights from philosophy, psychology, neuroscience, and physics. While the exact nature of this relationship remains elusive, ongoing research and exploration continue to shed light on this fundamental aspect of human existence. Conclusion. The relationship between consciousness and reality is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon that defies simple explanation. Consciousness plays a central role in shaping our perception of reality, influencing how we interpret and interact with the world. Whether through philosophical inquiry, scientific exploration, or personal introspection, understanding the interplay between consciousness and reality offers profound insights into the nature of existence and subjective experience. Manifestation and the law of attraction. Manifestation and the law of attraction are concepts rooted in the idea that thoughts and beliefs have the power to shape reality. While often associated with New Age spirituality and self-help movements, these ideas have gained popularity in mainstream culture, sparking both fascination and skepticism. Let's explore the key principles and implications of manifestation and the law of attraction. 1. Law of attraction basics. The law of attraction posits that like attracts like, meaning that positive or negative thoughts and beliefs will manifest corresponding experiences or outcomes in one's life. According to this principle, focusing on positive thoughts and intentions can attract desired outcomes, such as success, wealth, love, or health. Key tenets. Thoughts become things. Your thoughts and beliefs have the power to influence your reality and attract similar experiences. Positive affirmations. Affirming positive beliefs and desires can help align your thoughts and emotions with your desired outcomes. Visualization. Visualizing yourself already in possession of your desired goals can help manifest them into reality. 2. Quantum physics and manifestation. Some proponents of manifestation draw parallels between its principles and concepts in quantum physics, particularly the observer effect and the idea that consciousness influences reality. While controversial, these interpretations suggest that the act of observation or intention can influence the behavior of subatomic particles and, by extension, shape larger-scale reality. Quantum connections. Observer effect. Drawing parallels to the observer effect in quantum mechanics, some suggest that consciousness plays a role in shaping reality through the act of observation or intention. Entanglement. Ideas of interconnectedness and oneness, akin to quantum entanglement, are sometimes invoked to explain how individuals can influence collective consciousness and manifest shared experiences. 3. Practical applications. Manifestation techniques often involve a combination of mindset shifts, visualization exercises, and affirmations aimed at aligning one's thoughts, beliefs, and emotions with desired outcomes. Common practices include creating vision boards, writing gratitude journals, and engaging in guided meditations focused on manifestation. Examples. Vision boards. Creating a visual representation of your goals and desires using images, words, and symbols to reinforce positive intentions. Gratitude practice. Cultivating gratitude for what you have and expressing appreciation for future manifestations as if they have already occurred. Scripting. Writing in detail about your desired outcomes as if they have already manifested, incorporating sensory experiences and emotions. 4. Critiques and skepticism. Manifestation and the law of attraction have garnered criticism and skepticism from various quarters. Critics argue that these concepts promote magical thinking and oversimplify complex issues such as socioeconomic inequality and systemic barriers to success. Skeptics also point to the lack of empirical evidence supporting the efficacy of manifestation techniques.
Critique.
Blaming the victim. Some critics argue that the law of attraction can lead to victim blaming by implying that negative experiences are solely the result of one's thoughts or beliefs. Pseudoscience. Skeptics often dismiss manifestation as pseudoscience, lacking empirical evidence and scientific rigor. Privilege and access. Critics highlight how manifestation techniques may be more accessible to those with socioeconomic privilege, potentially reinforcing existing disparities. 5. Ethical considerations. Practitioners of manifestation and the law of attraction emphasize personal responsibility and agency in creating one's reality. However, ethical considerations arise concerning the impact of these beliefs on individuals' well-being and their interactions with others. It's essential to balance personal empowerment with empathy, social responsibility, and acknowledgement of systemic factors influencing people's lives. Ethical practices. Self-reflection. Engage in critical self-reflection to ensure that manifestation practices align with values of empathy, compassion, and social justice. Community support. Seek support from communities that promote ethical and inclusive approaches to manifestation, emphasizing collective well-being and mutual support. Action-oriented. Complement manifestation practices with concrete actions and efforts toward personal growth, social change, and contributing positively to society. Conclusion. Manifestation and the law of attraction offer a framework for understanding the power of thoughts, beliefs, and intentions in shaping one's reality. While these concepts have gained popularity and inspired many to pursue personal growth and self-improvement, they also invite critical examination and ethical considerations. By fostering self-awareness, empowerment, and mindfulness, manifestation practices can complement personal development efforts, provided they are approached with discernment, empathy, and a holistic understanding of individual and collective well-being. Neuroplasticity and mindfulness. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life in response to learning, experience, and environmental changes. Mindfulness, on the other hand, is a mental practice that involves intentionally focusing attention on the present moment with openness, curiosity, and acceptance. The intersection of neuroplasticity and mindfulness offers profound insights into how mindfulness practices can shape brain structure and function, leading to positive changes in mental health and well-being. 1. Understanding neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity challenges the long-held notion that the brain's structure and function are fixed and unchangeable after a certain age. Instead, research has shown that the brain remains dynamic and adaptable throughout life, constantly rewiring itself in response to experiences, behaviors, and environmental stimuli. Key principles. Synaptic plasticity. Neurons can strengthen or weaken connections, synapses, with other neurons, enhancing or diminishing the transmission of signals. Gray matter changes. Learning new skills or engaging in cognitive tasks can lead to increases in gray matter volume in relevant brain regions. White matter changes. Practice and repetition can enhance the efficiency of communication between brain regions by increasing the integrity of white matter pathways. 2. The practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is a mental practice rooted in ancient contemplative traditions, such as Buddhism, that has gained popularity in modern psychology and neuroscience. It involves paying deliberate attention to the present moment, observing thoughts, emotions, and sensations with non-judgmental awareness. Core components. Present moment awareness. Bringing attention to the sensations, thoughts, and emotions occurring in the present moment. Non-judgmental acceptance. Cultivating an attitude of openness, curiosity, and acceptance toward one's experiences without attaching value judgments or labels. Purposeful attention. Directing attention intentionally, often using focal points such as the breath, bodily sensations, or external stimuli. 3. Mindfulness and neuroplasticity. Mindfulness practices have been shown to induce structural and functional changes in the brain, promoting neuroplasticity and supporting mental well-being. These changes are observed in key brain regions involved in attention, emotion regulation, and self-awareness. Neuroplastic effects of mindfulness. Prefrontal cortex. Mindfulness meditation is associated with increased activity and connectivity in the prefrontal cortex, which is involved in executive functions such as attention, decision-making, and impulse control. Insula. Mindfulness practice can lead to changes in the insula, a brain region involved in interoception, awareness of bodily sensations, and empathy. Hippocampus. Regular mindfulness meditation has been linked to increases in hippocampal gray matter volume, which is associated with memory, learning, and emotion regulation. Default mode network. Mindfulness practice may modulate activity in the default mode network, a network of brain regions involved in self-referential thinking and mind-wandering. 4 benefits of mindfulness for mental health. Mindfulness-based interventions, MBIs, have shown promise in promoting mental health and well-being across various populations, including those with anxiety, depression, chronic pain, and stress-related disorders. These interventions often incorporate mindfulness meditation practices alongside psychoeducation and cognitive behavioral techniques. Key benefits. Stress reduction. Mindfulness practices can help individuals cultivate a greater sense of calm, resilience, and adaptive coping strategies in the face of stressors. Emotion regulation. Mindfulness training enhances emotional awareness and regulation skills, enabling individuals to respond more skillfully to challenging emotions. Enhanced well-being. Regular mindfulness practice is associated with greater subjective well-being, improved mood, and a greater sense of life satisfaction. 5. Integrating mindfulness into daily life. Incorporating mindfulness into daily life does not necessarily require formal meditation practice. Simple mindfulness exercises, such as mindful breathing, mindful eating, or mindful walking, can be integrated into everyday activities to cultivate greater awareness and presence. Examples: mindful breathing, taking a few moments to focus on the sensations of breathing, observing the rise and fall of the abdomen or the sensation of air passing through the nostrils. Mindful eating, paying full attention to the sensory experience of eating, including the taste, texture, and smell of food, without distraction or judgment. Mindful walking, bringing awareness to the sensations of walking, feeling the contact of the feet with the ground and the movement of the body with each step. 6. Cultivating a mindful lifestyle. Living mindfully involves adopting an attitude of mindfulness in all aspects of life, fostering greater presence, awareness, and connection with oneself and others. This may involve integrating mindfulness practices into daily routines, cultivating self-compassion, and nurturing authentic relationships.
Tips for cultivating mindfulness.
Set intentions. Start each day with an intention to be present and mindful in your actions and interactions. Practice gratitude. Cultivate gratitude for the simple joys and blessings in life, fostering a positive mindset and appreciation for the present moment. Engage in self-care. Prioritize activities that nourish your body, mind, and spirit, such as exercise, rest, creativity, and meaningful social connections. 7. Challenges and pitfalls. While mindfulness offers numerous benefits, it's essential to approach the practice with realistic expectations and an understanding of potential challenges. Some individuals may initially find mindfulness practice challenging or may experience resistance, boredom, or discomfort. It's important to approach mindfulness with patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to explore and learn from one's experiences. Conclusion. Neuroplasticity and mindfulness offer complementary perspectives on the dynamic interplay between brain function and mental experience. By cultivating mindfulness, individuals can harness the brain's capacity for plasticity to promote mental well-being, resilience, and self-awareness. Integrating mindfulness into daily life offers opportunities for personal growth, stress reduction, and enhanced quality of life, fostering greater presence, connection, and fulfillment in the present moment. Collective consciousness. Collective consciousness refers to the shared beliefs, attitudes, values, and knowledge that unify and influence the behavior of a group or society. It is a concept that transcends individual consciousness, encompassing the interconnectedness and interdependence of individuals within a social or cultural context. While the idea of collective consciousness has been explored by various scholars, philosophers, and sociologists, its nature, mechanisms, and implications remain subjects of ongoing inquiry and debate. 1. Emergence of collective consciousness. Collective consciousness arises from the interactions and social bonds among individuals within a group or community. It reflects the shared experiences, identities, and norms that shape the collective identity and cohesion of the group. Through communication, cooperation, and cultural transmission, individuals contribute to and are influenced by the collective consciousness of their social environment. Key elements: shared beliefs and values. Common beliefs, values, and cultural practices that define the identity and cohesion of a group. Social norms. Implicit or explicit rules and expectations that guide behavior and interactions within the group. Cultural symbols. Shared symbols, rituals, and traditions that reinforce collective identity and solidarity. 2. Mechanisms of collective consciousness. Several mechanisms contribute to the formation and transmission of collective consciousness within a group or society. Communication and social interaction. Language. Shared language facilitates communication and the transmission of cultural knowledge, values, and norms. Social networks. Interactions within social networks, both offline and online, shape the spread of ideas, attitudes, and behaviors. Cultural transmission. Socialization. Through processes of socialization, Individuals internalize the beliefs, values, and norms of their culture or social group. Media and technology. Mass media, social media, and digital technologies play a significant role in shaping collective consciousness by disseminating information, shaping public discourse, and fostering social movements. Collective memory. Historical narratives. Shared narratives and interpretations of history contribute to the collective memory of a group, shaping its identity and worldview. Cultural heritage. Art, literature, music, and other forms of cultural expression preserve and transmit collective values, symbols, and traditions across generations. 3. Collective identity and solidarity. Collective consciousness fosters a sense of belonging, identity, and solidarity among group members, promoting cooperation, mutual support, and collective action. Shared experiences, goals, and values contribute to the cohesion and resilience of the group, enabling it to adapt to challenges and pursue common objectives. Examples: social movements. Social movements emerge from shared grievances, aspirations, and values, mobilizing collective action to address social, political, or economic issues. Community resilience. In times of crisis or adversity, collective consciousness strengthens community resilience, fostering mutual aid, solidarity, and support networks. 4. Cultural diversity and pluralism. While collective consciousness often unifies members of a particular group or society, it can also encompass diverse perspectives, identities, and subcultures within a larger cultural context. Cultural diversity enriches collective consciousness by promoting creativity, innovation, and cross-cultural exchange, challenging dominant narratives and fostering dialogue and understanding across differences. Challenges and opportunities. Inclusion and equity. Embracing diversity within collective consciousness requires efforts to promote inclusion, equity, and respect for marginalized or underrepresented groups. Cross-cultural dialogue. Dialogue and collaboration across cultural, ethnic, and ideological boundaries can enrich collective consciousness and foster a more inclusive and pluralistic society. 5. Influence on social change and transformation. Collective consciousness plays a crucial role in driving social change, transformation, and cultural evolution. Movements for social justice, human rights, environmental sustainability, and other causes emerge from shared values, aspirations, and collective action, challenging established norms and systems and advocating for positive change. Examples: civil rights movement. The civil rights movement in the United States was driven by collective consciousness, mobilizing individuals and communities to challenge racial segregation and discrimination and advocate for equality and justice. Environmental activism. Global environmental movements, such as the climate justice movement, draw on collective consciousness to raise awareness, mobilize action, and advocate for sustainable practices and policies. 6. Ethical considerations and responsibilities. While collective consciousness can foster solidarity and social cohesion, it also raises ethical considerations and responsibilities for individuals and communities. Ethical imperatives. Critical consciousness. Cultivating critical consciousness involves questioning dominant narratives, power structures, and social inequalities, promoting awareness and empowerment. Social responsibility. Individuals and groups have a responsibility to contribute positively to collective consciousness, fostering empathy, compassion, and justice in their interactions and endeavors. Interconnectedness. Recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and embracing a sense of global citizenship can inspire collective action to address shared challenges and promote well-being for all. 7. Future directions and challenges. As societies become increasingly interconnected and interdependent, understanding and harnessing collective consciousness will be essential for addressing global challenges and promoting sustainable development, peace, and prosperity. However, achieving a more inclusive, equitable, and compassionate collective consciousness requires ongoing dialogue, collaboration, and commitment to social justice and human dignity. Conclusion. Collective consciousness encompasses the shared beliefs, values, and identity that unite individuals within a group or society. It shapes social norms, identities, and solidarity, driving social change and cultural evolution. Understanding and fostering collective consciousness can promote cooperation, resilience, and well-being, while also challenging inequalities and injustices. By embracing diversity, dialogue, and ethical responsibility, individuals and communities can contribute to a more inclusive and compassionate collective consciousness, fostering a more just and sustainable world for future generations. In conclusion, the exploration of collective consciousness illuminates the intricate web of interconnectedness that shapes human societies and cultures. Grounded in shared beliefs, values, and experiences, collective consciousness fosters a sense of belonging, identity, and solidarity among individuals within a group or society. Through communication, social interaction, and cultural transmission, collective consciousness influences norms, behaviors, and social dynamics, driving social change, resilience, and cultural evolution. Embracing diversity and pluralism enriches collective consciousness, promoting creativity, innovation, and cross-cultural understanding. However, navigating the complexities of collective consciousness requires ethical reflection, critical inquiry, and a commitment to social justice and human dignity. By cultivating empathy, compassion, and social responsibility, individuals and communities can contribute to a more inclusive, equitable, and compassionate collective consciousness, fostering a world where all beings can thrive. As we continue to navigate the challenges and opportunities of our interconnected world, understanding and harnessing collective consciousness will be essential for promoting cooperation, sustainability, and well-being for current and future generations. Through dialogue, collaboration, and shared commitment to shared values and aspirations, we can co-create a more just, resilient, and harmonious global community.